Hey there, it's Lenny McGill with the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop here in Nashville today. And today we're going to talk about your G43X. In fact, we're going to talk about my G43X. This is the G43X, one of the most popular guns happening right now here in America. It's kind of overtaking the Glock 19. Has the same profile as a Glock 19, just a little bit slimmer. So it's a slim line. Glock 19 is the most popular handgun in the USA. Glock 17 is the most popular handgun in the world. Glock 19 in the USA, and the 43X is quickly becoming right there with it. And there's a lot of reasons for it. One, it's super easy to carry, feels good, looks good, and it's just a comfortable gun to shoot. A lot of small guns are snappy, and especially steel guns, kind of like you shoot it, you go, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. I don't want to shoot it again. But this gun is a shooter. You can actually go ahead and shoot this a lot and not feel like your hand has been hit with a hammer, several times. So the 43X is on strong. We've got a lot of accessories for the 43X. It is a strong contender for the best-selling gun in the United States here in 2022. So we sell every one we get. We have our pyramid trigger for it. We've got extended controls for it, which are the extended slide stop, which is this guy right here, extended slide lock, which is this guy right here, and the extended magazine release button. Bunch of different colors available, all kinds of fun stuff. I've got the customized little slide cover plate, which we do a bunch. HD sights are really cool because I like that big fat orange piece right there. I think you can see that, yeah. And they've got a wider U in the back. And again, this is not a precision sight, this is a self-defense sight, though it's really 10, 15 yards max. At that point, I'm looking to get up on the target and see that front sight as fast as possible. So the orange dot just sticks right out, and I can see it, and it really, draws my eye to the target. And again, the faster you can see the front sight, the faster you can shoot. And that's really, another skill. A lot of people practice physically, but really the mental concept of seeing that front sight and focusing that front sight onto the target is another skill of shooting. There's really, like I said, there's a mental side, there's a physical side. So, love the extended controls. Extended slide stop is really one of the easy things to install because it's so simple. I mean, it's like takes you 2 minutes to install the thing, but it really makes a big difference because you're able to operate and control the gun so much better. The takedown lever, same thing, slide lock, just makes it so much easier. The big button for the magazine button makes it so much easier to operate the gun, and that's really important. One of the things that I like for all my guns is a Magwell of some sort, and there really hasn't been a whole lot of options on Magwells for this particular gun. We have them for the 19, we have them for the 17, the 34s, and all that. But this is a carry gun, so here now is a carry option for the G43X. It's tiny, and it's lightweight, but it's very effective. Let me show you how it works. Basically, it's set up so much that it's just kind of, it's going to slip on here and kind of stick on here, but I'll show you how to install it. But I just want to show you what it looks like. It's very unobtrusive. There you go. And it does one of two things that are, two things really, but the one that I really like is the fact that it helps you get a higher grip on the gun because you can feel where you're at and it drives your hand up higher. The higher you are on the gun, the more control you have. It's really that simple. If you're down here and you're shooting, and I see a lot of new shooters grab the gun down here, and you're shooting, the gun is going to have a tendency to flip, just like that. But the higher you are up on that beaver tail, that tang back there, the more control you have. So the Magwell, most people think it's all about speed loads and reloading and all that, and that is helpful. It does give you a better, wider mouth in which to feed, especially the big mouth one we make for the competition side. But typically in a concealed carry mode, you're not really doing speed reloads. You're doing more tactical reloads. So the Magwell here, in my mind, is going to help me get a more consistent and higher grip. Let's talk about that word more consistent for a second. accuracy really starts with the grip, especially when you're shooting fast. Of course, the sights and sight picture and all that, but the ability to get on the gun, present it to the target, and shoot fast really comes down to having a consistent grip. Because when I come up and I'm on target, I'm expecting the front sight to intersect with the rear sight. I'm expecting from all my practice and that every time I bring the gun up and I point it, that the sights are already aligned, they're pre-aligned. And all that really starts with the grip. Because as I present the gun, if I've got a consistent grip and I've practiced enough and I've done enough dry fire draws, that I know that when I put the gun out, no matter where I am, that front sight is intersecting the notch in the rear sight. So though now the ability to shoot fast comes down to really just looking at the target and pointing the gun at it. Because I know that I've done enough that when I have the right grip and the presentation, that sight's going to be pre-aligned. And by golly, every time I've done it, it's pre-aligned because I've done that, probably hundreds of thousands of times. Now, the Magwell helps you get that consistent grip, and that's what I like about it. And the installation of this thing is super simple. It comes with a plastic insert for this because it does not have the lanyard hole that we have on our larger guns. So the lanyard hole would hold the little insert into the gun. This one is designed so that when you install a screw, it expands. Now check this out. There's a slight cut line right here, but you can see that once you install the screw on this side, this thing is going to bow out a little bit. So when you put the plug in, you want to make sure you have the big hole out, and you insert it with this side into the gun. Now, so basically on the bottom of your Glock, and again, everybody knows that we're working with an unloaded gun, but you know now because I've checked inside the chamber, I pulled the trigger in a safe direction. When I go ahead and I take my insert, I'm going to put the small hole into the bottom of the gun here. And it just goes straight in. And I don't want to force it too far in. I want to just get it nice and level right there. I don't want to bury it too much. Okay? Now, if I wanted to take that out, I could put the screw in and just yank it out, just like that. So you screw it in about 3 or 4 threads, grab it with your fingers or a pair of pliers, and just yank it straight out. So there's the solution to getting that out once you put it in, because once it's in there like that, it's kind of hard to get at it, and it's almost impossible. So you have to use the screw. Now, we're going to take our Magwell, and we're going to place it right over top of the insert so that the holes line up. And let's see if I can get the nose collected first. Okay, and there it is. So there it is on now. I'm going to take my screw with the Allen wrench that's supplied and start it in here. And I want to make sure it's in there without any bit of it sticking up. So I'm going to come here and just get a couple more turns on it. All right. And it's flushed up. Perfect. And there it is. That's the installation. Now, you can see that as that screw went in, it expanded the plastic enough so that now it has a very snug fit. And here's a Glock factory magazine, G43X. There's the fit there. Looks good. Boom, comes out good. Everything's good. Has a nice little cutout here that, kind of allows you to maybe get your fingers on it if you had to. So I can actually grab hold of it like so if it gets stuck. And that happens every once in a while. Now here's the 15-round Shield Arms magazine that we sell as well. And it fits as well. And again, gives me something to hold on to and grab. So it's actually, I'm telling you what, I kind of like this thing. And this is my G43X, so I'm just going to keep it on there because I like it. And again, the concept, I don't imagine that in a self-defense scenario that I'll be reloading fast, dropping magazines and reloading again. If I were to do that, if I were to be in a situation, I'd want to do more of a tactical reload where I basically pull the mag out, hold on to it, grab the other mag, put it in and move, and then put this in my pocket. We don't want to go ahead and lose our magazines when we're running around if we don't have to. So I think that the real advantage of any Magwell, and in this one in particular, is the fact that that front lip there forces my hand up high. The rear could be a little bit bigger, but because it's concealed carry, it's not, but I can feel it, and I know that once I'm there, once I lock onto there, that I've got that grip, and that's what's going to allow me to have that consistent grip we talked about earlier. The feeling that I'm on it, oh yeah, it's good, and I know exactly where my hand's at, so now I know when I bring the gun up, boom, those sights are right where I want them to be. No matter what I'm looking at, I can put the gun in front of my face, and the sights are where they want to be, and that's one of the skills you want to learn. And you learn that through dry fire, empty gun, and you do it thousands of times. You do it from holster, you can pick it up off the table, boom, and just start to figure out what it feels like, and then double check the sights, okay? So you bring it up to your face, boom, okay, there's the sights. Now, same technique applies with a red dot optic. In fact, it's even more important with a red dot optic, because now what you want to do is you want to mount it and see that red dot exactly on the target you're looking at. So you're bringing the gun, the sight, the dot, to your face, to your line of sight. And once you learn that technique, your shooting will speed up dramatically, because now you're not looking for the sight. The sight is there. Okay, you know, I see a lot of people put the gun up there and kind of, okay, where's the sight at? Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah. So now you really want your head still. You just want to bring that gun up. Boom, just like that. And it's fun, because every time I look at it, I think, wow, those sights are aligned, and that's really just practice. So Magwell, I think is a good addition for your G43X. It's not expensive, looks good, feels good. We may do a couple of different versions of this just to make maybe a little larger one as well. So I'm Lenny McGill. This, of course, is the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop. We've got Glock products everywhere. Hey, by the way, this video is going to be on Rumble, too. We've opened a Rumble channel because YouTube is getting a little bit of woke on guns. Bottom line is we are going to continue making content. We're here in Nashville, loving it. Got out of California totally, loving the fact that we did that. The machine shop is up and running. We're cutting slides for people nationwide. We've got this amazing retail store with an amazing shooting range. If you're ever in Nashville, if you're driving by Nashville on 40 or 65, we're like 2 minutes off the freeway. So I invite you to stop in, check it out, shoot a little bit, have a cup of Black Rifle coffee, all that fun stuff. We've got a great store, got some great people, and looking forward to meeting you here. And of course, check out the website. We've got more and more, always more and more products for Glocks, because that's what we do, and we're loving it. Loving the journey, loving the trip, and loving the fact that you're here with us. Thanks for watching. I'm Lenny McGill. We'll see you next time.